Hi, Judy. How you doing? I'm Adam
Hi,
from UIVB in Buffalo.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. First of all, before I get into the long walk, we are going to talk about the long walk. But 2 years ago, I read your memoir, and there's this part in it I think about all the time, where you talk about why you hate wearing rompers. Every time I'm in any kind of vulnerable situation, I'm like, I hope there's not an earthquake. So thank
Yeah,
you. You're very
thank
right.
you for that. That is like, yeah, it's
Now,
true.
sorry, what did you say?
I mean, it's true. It's like I see women wearing jumpsuits all the time, and I'm like, I hope today's not the day.
Yeah, every time I get in the shower, whatever, I'm like, I hope there's no earthquake. Um, Anyways, the long walk. When I think of your work, I tend to think of, 27 Dresses, 13 Going on 30, Ant-Man, Arrested Development, all very lighthearted things. And I know you've been in a few horror movies and things like that before, but this is very different to that. And I guess as an actor, what adjustments, if any, do you need to make going into that?
I didn't have to do a lot for this. I mean, it was, I read the I read the book, so
Mhm.
I had all of that backstory, which is great when I'm doing a movie that is based on a book, so I can read the book and I can see exactly what's going on behind the scenes. But with this, it was really all on the page, and I don't tend to make a lot of adjustments depending, people ask me that a lot, like, oh, is it different doing a comedy than a drama? Well, like, obviously it is, but the tone is already set on set. Like, I don't really have to, I don't have to rein it in or do anything different. I just have to tell the truth. And certainly, like, working with Cooper Hoffman was the only challenge because we got along so well and we laughed so much. So I would say the hardest part of making this movie was like laughing and having fun with Cooper and then like reining it in for the scene because we really enjoyed each other. And Francis keeps set like really, Francis Lawrence, the director, he keeps the
Mhm.
set very light, very collaborative. So even in a movie with this heavy storyline, we all, I think, really communicated easily and there was a lot of space for creativity and fun.
Well, it's nice, especially when, I mean, having watched it, it's absolutely devastating. So knowing that, it wasn't too heavy behind the
Yeah.
scenes, it's
But
good to.
I wasn't there as often as the boys, obviously. So they might have different answers. But devastating, but also hopeful, right? Like beautiful
Yeah,
and hopeful. And like, didn't you find yourself in the midst of it, like losing yourself in these relationships? I'm just feeding you compliments right now that you can give our movie. But like, I really felt like there is so much beauty and love and hope in this film.
yeah, absolutely. And there's a moment halfway through, and without spoiling anything, it was to me the most devastating moment, and it involves your character,
Yeah.
um, and kind of her reunion with her son. And
Duh.
how is it, I guess, being the mother character there, and this is, your, the person who made you a mother, you're now being ripped away from you. How is that, playing that kind of supporting character, like,
That was a rough one. I remember when we shot that, everyone at the video village watching the monitor was crying, and we were all really upset when we were shooting that scene. It was awful. Um, it was a really hard, that was a tough one because I think of all the parents out there who have to say goodbye to their children and send them off to war, let's say, to a great unknown and how do you function, like how do you deal with that, how do you put on a tough face, do you put on a tough face? Yeah, that was a rough one.
I can imagine.
But I think we
And
all went out for pizza after work that night.
well, again, good to know that the behind the scenes of it all was very
Yeah.
very hopeful and
Yes. Yes.
so well, Judy, thank you so much. I appreciate your time today.
Thank
And
you.
I love the film. So thanks again.
Thank you, I love it too. I'm really, really proud of this one. Take care.
You too.